Well, hello, team. What's up? It's Saturday. Can't believe I'm here. What am I doing here? Hold up. A Saturday stream. She's just depressed. It's funny because it's so true. I usually only stream on weekends when I'm depressed. So from now on, when I stream on the weekend, there's something wrong with me, and you should probably ask me if I'm okay. Hello, Clavi. Hey, Tharia, Country Count, Kuro, Sim. Herbalife the Druid, thank you so much for a prime. Pos Nevermore. There we go. Thanks for the prime. To you as well. Appreciate that a lot. Ready for the intro? Let's roll it. Hi! What's up, guys? Hope y'all having a nice weekend. Hope you enjoyed the intro. Huge shout out to Jens. Thank you so much. Right, it's Saturday. I'm here, I have coffee. I already went for a bike tour. It was great. It wasn't too hot. It was a bit hot. Had ice cream. Marlou ice cream. The best ice cream, of course. I had yogurt with mango and strawberry. In a huge cone. The delicious cones, not the disgusting ones, the good ones. And now I'm gonna play video games for a little while. And today's Kishta. Today's actually, in the town where I am right now, there's Kishta. So Kishta, if you don't know what it is, it's like a festival that each individual village has for themselves here. It's usually on a certain day per year, where they just they cut a tree in the forest and then they put the tree up, right, with manpower. It's very strange. They put a puppet on top. It's called Michel. And they just drink all day, basically. And they wear lederhosen. And they play Volksmusik. It is what it is. Anyway, so if you hear some noise outside, it's probably because of that. I already saw them earlier today as they were carrying the tree here. If you haven't seen it, it's in my Instagram story. Because we were cycling and then we passed them. Very interesting. I love this song. It's very cute. It's a bit sad, but cute. Did you bring us ice cream? I did not bring you ice cream, unfortunately. Hey, Travnik. Thank you so much for the sub gift. I appreciate that a lot. I saw the Boomy changes. Unfortunately, they're not necessarily... They're more of a bug fix rather than anything else. So... A lot of people have been complaining about the fact that they did this change and it not being a buff. But I personally think it's okay that we had this change without it actually being a buff. Like, it was a compensation. It was like basically a bug fix, in my opinion, because our fillers did more damage than our spenders, which made our rotation very wrong. Basically, it was better to cast Rafts and Starfires instead of actually using your Astral Power for Star Surges and Starfalls. Like, you would rather just overcap Astral Power because your fillers did more damage. So this is more of a bug fix than anything else. It actually turns out to be a damage loss on AoE. It's actually a nerf, which, yeah, obviously that sucks and we didn't need a nerf, but this is, I feel like this is not tuning. This is more like playstyle adjustments that they did, right? So the tuning is going to happen later. In case we do need a buff, at least they can give us a flat buff later on, right? So now they have adjusted our damage profile to fix it. And then if we end up doing too little damage, which we assume we are, then they can just give us a flat buff later on. They can say, oh, Moonkin does 5% more damage, you know? So I think it's okay like this. Because doing a flat buff later is not going to be a big problem anymore for them. Hey, Trevnik, thank you so much for Prime. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I thought it's a VOD, but it's really her. It is me. Wie war es auf der Gamescom? War nice. Richtig viele Leute und richtig, also ich hatte ziemlich viel Stress, weil ich von einer Promotion zur anderen gerannt bin und irgendwie auf 4 verschiedenen PCs gestreamt habe, musste immer alles einrichten mit OBS und so weiter, aber war trotzdem cool. Met a lot of nice people at Gamescom. They probably had to fix the rotation first to figure out what buff is needed. Maybe. Yeah, we'll see. Hey, Werther. Alright, guys. So, rare Saturday stream. Let's get straight into it because I'm not going to be here for super long. I'm probably going to leave around 7 or so. So, we're going to do like 3 hours or so streaming. Quick one, but you know, going to try my best to be as entertaining as possible. And we're going to do as much gaming as we can. But first, we have to do our Wordles, of course. We can't just forget about the Wordles. So we're going to do some treadmill walking, some Wordles, and some gaming. That's the plan for today. Hope you're excited. Hope you all have a nice weekend too. Hope you have some time for gaming now. I know a lot of people, maybe now is the first time they can actually play WoW properly. Because obviously it fully came out on Monday and it was on a weekend, right? So a lot of people maybe were not able to play during the week, which means that you can really start playing now. Hey, S-Max, thank you so much for the sub gift. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. So, my game is updating. Give me a moment. I'm stuck inside my puking 2-year-old. Oh, Sally. Hope your kid feels better soon. That sucks. We met on out buffs. It hasn't really been buffs. It's more like it has been adjustments. It wasn't actually a buff. Tonight. Thank you so much for converting your sub, Iron Silvers. Thank you very much. Hey, Simply Cheeto. Hey, Chitabella, what's up? Guys. So I went cycling today, right? And I have this old bike from my mom. And David's sister got a new bike from Rose, like the German brand Rosa. And it's a gravel bike. And she let me try it once because she's a little bit taller than me, but not much. So I tested her bike out, and it's crazy how, and it's like her bike isn't even like a super fancy bike. It's an expensive, like it's a proper bike, but it's not like a super fancy one, right? It's not like a super expensive one. Hers is like 1,400, I think, euros, which for bikes is not that much, right? It can be a lot more. So I tried her bike a little bit. And it was insane to me how much more power goes from your pedal strokes into the bike. Because I'm driving I have a hardtail bike, but it's like a very, like it's not an expensive one, right? And it's an old one too for my mom. So I have this like mountain bike hardtail, and it's crazy how much like more force I have to put into the bike for it to translate into speed. And then I drove her back. I was like, what the fuck? It's also a lot like closer, like the handlebars are closer together, which was so weird to me because I have a mountain bike with like a further away Like my hands are just further apart, right? Which does give me more control. But like them being smaller, you have more speed as well, right? So it's crazy. Like I didn't realize there was like a pretty decent difference like that, especially when you're presumably, okay, so I didn't try going uphill, but presumably going uphill with a bike like this will be a lot easier than with the bike that I have. Thank you so much for gifting a sub to Twist. Thank you so much, Stu. Thank you. The model, this MTB is mine. That's what I have. But anyway, so I was looking into the bike that Julia bought, the Rose blend from this German brand. And I feel like that one is something that I could use as well. But as I was looking at this website, I saw that they have a bike that is pastel purple. And I know I shouldn't be looking at the color, right? Like, I know, but man, like pastel purple is just so fucking pretty, yeah? So I was like, oh my god, I need this bike. So I feel like I might buy it. I don't know, it's pretty expensive. But I didn't realize that these bikes are just so much better than the ones I have, you know? Like, I didn't know. Which, to be fair, it makes sense, right? Like, why would people spend so much money on bikes if it wasn't worth it, right? I don't know, like, I guess it does make sense. Duh. But I don't know. Hey, Iron Silvers, thank you so much for gifting us up. Appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. But look how cute it is. Oh, look at the color. It's so nice. Look. I mean, right? Also, you know how good I would be at, you know how good my biking would be if I had a bike like this? Man, I would be flying up the mountain. I'd be fucking flying. It's so pretty. Man. I wouldn't know what size I need. Probably like a small one. Inside leg length, 78 to 81. Inside leg length. Dude, I have no idea what my inside leg length is. Hey, Malcolm, thank you very much. But it is a bit expensive. It does say it's good for exactly what I want it for, it says. But I guess they say that about every bike. Like, I feel like every bike, they say, oh, it's good for everything, you know? See, extremely versatile, which, to be fair, I want it to be versatile, right? Because I don't want to buy, like, 5 bikes for, like, all different things. It only has it has 12 shifts, though, like, not on both sides, but only on one. It is mechanical shifts. And then it's like a wider gravel handlebar, which I think is kind of nice. Because it like gives you more control, you know? More long distance flex is fun. The deep cut out in the seat tube provides a massive increase in comfort. Okay, that's whatever. More off-road action. The frame and fork allow for tire width up to... More experience. Thanks to its many attachment points for bottle cages. Anything cage or bags to Vecra. So more versatility. Yeah, it's kind of nice for my streaming. So I can attach all of my cameras and everything. I did see, like, there's one more, but, like, this same color also goes for more expensive bikes, right? Like, this same purple color is also on this one here, on this gravel bike, and on these two. But they're a lot more expensive, and I don't know why they're more expensive. They have, like, different... they have, like, electric gear shifts, I think, instead of mechanical ones. But I don't know what I need that for. I guess this one has like one more gear. Like this one has 13 instead of the 12 that this one has here. Dun, dun. But I don't know what these are like better for. I don't know why they're so much more expensive. Like, how does that make sense? This one is 8.2 kilograms. And this one is not much more than that. 8.9. I mean... Group set. I don't know what that means. I don't know what a group set is. Well, anyway, they're too expensive though. The only thing that I could consider is this one here, because this one is 3.3k and the other one is basically 3k. So this one is kind of the same price. Like, it's not the same, but it's like very similar. But I don't know what, like, they look the same to me. So I don't know. It's APEC. Oh, this is like a GRX. Is this like a road bike? No. I don't pass it on. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, it's electronic. Ah, okay. Makes electronic shifting finally suitable for the masses. Experience precise intuitive gear change. Just one tab left, up, right, down. That's it. The single speed gravel with 12 gears. So it's the same gears, just this one is electronic, while the other one is mechanical. Yeah, I think is everything else the same? Yeah, I think it's just a shifting system that is different. Yeah, I don't think I need the electronic shifting. What do I do with that? Get an e-bike? No. I mean, how pretty is this bike? Guys, I don't know. I need this. I need it. It's just too pretty. Just do it. Electronic shifters is a thing if you ride all day and shifting gets on your hand too much. Yeah, that's not going to be a problem, I don't think. Like, I don't think any electronic shifting, like, that's not... I don't think that's going to be a problem. I mean, honestly, this bike would be such a huge step up to the one that I have right now for, like, road biking and for, like, mountain, like, roads. That I feel like the difference between electronic shifting and mechanical wouldn't be, like... Just buy it. Guys, this is 3,000 euros, yeah? I can't just buy it. I'm gonna have to think about this for a little bit. But it is very pretty. It is beautiful. Business expense for biking streams? Honestly, I could look into that. Like, you never know. Maybe they will sponsor you. This is actually a good point. I should ask them. I mean, I doubt they will do that, considering that cycling is a pretty popular sport, and there's lots of cycling, like influencers. I'm pretty sure they would much rather sponsor a cycling influencer rather than me, right? Like, it doesn't hurt to ask, but I assume they wouldn't give me a bike for free. It's you and I. I have to look into this a bit more though, because there's like so many cycling brands. Just the important thing is the bike has to be purple. Like, that's important, yeah. Guys, if you ever come across a good gravel bike that is purple and like pastel purple or like any other like similar color, do let me know. Definitely send those bikes to me. I need to investigate. And yes, of course, the other things are also important, but mainly it needs to be that color, yeah? It's less about the bike and more about the purple. No, it needs to be a good bike as well. I mean, that's the purpose why I'm buying one, right? Oh, what's that? Room. Oh my god, they're pink. They're glossy pink though. I don't want them to be glossy. I want them to be matte. This is important. Definitely needs to be matte. No glossiness. Alright. Hey, what's up? Also, I was thinking about, you know how there's like so many different bike brands? If I'm gonna get a new bike, I was thinking maybe it would be really cool if it was from a smaller brand, like a newer, smaller brand that makes good quality bikes that are like newer. Because then maybe they would be down to do like a sponsor deal. Because I doubt any of the bigger brands would be doing a sponsor deal with me and not being a cycling like influencer, right? Thanks to 90 months, sorry, what's up? Thank you so much. Welcome back. But I was thinking like maybe a smaller cycling brand that is looking to like do some marketing but can't get to the bigger like influencers. Maybe they'll be down to do something like this. But I don't really know any cycling brands for that matter. So, and they need to make a purple bike. I mean, I guess it's technically possible that I could contact a brand and then they might make like, I mean, I doubt that, but I mean, I don't know how the color of bikes work. I don't know if it's like a really like insane process. But, you know, maybe they could make it the color I want, but probably not. To be fair, I wouldn't even mind if the bike is black. As long as like something on the bike is like purple. Like it could also be the tires or the, what are they called? The thing where the tire is in. Yeah, black and purple. Like, okay, so my dream bike here. I know this is impossible, so, you know. But my dream would be if the bike itself would be black, matte black. And these things where the tire is in, like the black part where the tire is in, that one should be like pastel purple, you know? Like this, that would be so fucking cute. And then there maybe is like, also, like, the handlebars could be, like, a little bit of purple on it as well. Like, the thing that goes around, you know? Plus, like, the thing. Oh, it would be so cute. But I feel like that might be a bit difficult. I feel like that might be hard to find. Starts at the emails? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I'm going to do some investigating. Yeah. Anyway, guys, before we play video games, we have to play our Wordles. I'm done talking about bikes now, I'm sorry. So, my day has been good so far. What about yours? Let me fix my... Tana, I'm here drinking some coffee. Well, good morning. Enjoy your coffee. I have a coffee as well. So, and I've been thinking about buying a bike for a while now, just because, I mean, I actually really enjoy cycling lately. But again, today, like, and then, like, I keep thinking, it's too expensive. Fuck it. I'm just gonna, like, the bike that I have is fine, you know? But then I, like, tried the bike today from Yuli, and it's like, oh, like, it's so much nicer. Anyway. So, man, it's kind of hot in here. Jesus. So we have an O and an S. We need to find a word with an O and an S in it. Sure. Shove. Okay. Snout. Oh. Spout. Yes! Alright. Next, we're going to play Nerdle. It's the same as Wordle. We have to find an equation. It's a different equation each day. The equation is unknown to us. Thank you so much for getting to sub Deporum. Thank you so much. So we enter a random equation to get more information. So we do 3 times 7 is 21 plus 4 is 25. So now we know, so the black numbers are not in the equation. So it's no 7, no 4, no 5. And the pink numbers are in the equation, but on a different location. So since the equal sign is not on this location, that means it's either a 3-digit number or a 1-digit number. That is the answer. There are a bunch of like guys who do that kind of stuff. You can legit change colors to anything. Cycling is very cool and customizable. Look at Santa Cruz bicycles. I'm gonna have to write this down. Really? Like they would, the thing that I'm asking for with like different colors on. Victoria, thank you so much for 46 months. What's up? Santa Cruz bikes. They do all of this customizing thing? I'm gonna have to, okay, I'll look into this at some point. There's just, the problem is, like, I just know absolutely nothing about bikes. Like, all I know is that I want, like a gravel bike, I guess. But there's so many different ones. And I know the color that I want. No. Anyway. Let's continue our math. So, it could be a 3-digit number. So, like, let's say, for example, 60. $68 times 2 is what? 120? 136? Okay, so we know the 2 is here, and we know that the answer is a 1-digit number. So that means that the multiplication is here. And then we need a minus or a divided. Let's assume it's minus for now. We know there's an 8 in it, a 1 and a 3 somewhere. Let's assume the 1 is here. And let's assume the 3 is here. So maybe something like this. Wait, that's wrong. That is not correct. That would be 9, but we need an 8 somewhere. Okay, so that can't be it. We remove the 3 here. Oh. No, that can't be it either. Oh, 2 times 8. Maybe this. Okay, that's not it either. Oh, so it's not minus. So that means it's divided. Huh? Okay. Divided. Now 1 is here. 7, 3, 6. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. I mean, this would have to be a really small number for it to be a 1-digit number. It doesn't start with 1. The divider could be here. God. So the 3 doesn't have to be here. The 3 could be somewhere else. Whew. Alright. Okay. Let's see. So it's either 2 times 3 or 2 times unknown number. No, it has to be 2 times 3, actually. Well, no, it doesn't have to be, but it's either 2 times 3 or 2 times 2. Because it's not 1, it's not 8. And the other numbers are not in the equation, and it can't be 2 times 0, right? Like, that'd be weird. So it's either 2 or 3. Let's assume it's 3. Because we don't know if the 2 is in there twice. One number is there twice, though. Unless there's a 0 somewhere. It could be 80. No. Nope. Definitely not 80. Whatever times 0 is equals to 0. Yeah, but you can't divide something by 0. It can't really be 0. No, it can't be 0. Because if I do something times 0 and it's 0, that means there's 2 zeros in there, which is not possible. It is literally impossible because I need, like, I know there's a 1, I know there's a 8, I know there's a 2, and I know there's a 3. So that means there's 4 numbers plus 1 unknown number. Because there's only 5 numbers, because the rest is signs. So if I do 2 times 0 is 0, then that would be 2 zeros. So that's impossible, right? I don't fit 2 zeros in there without also fitting the other numbers. Two's at the end. It could be 2. No, you can repeat, but it doesn't work with the information that we have, Hoplite. Let me explain this again. So we know some of the numbers that are in the equation, right? We know there's 1, 1. We know there's 1, 2, at least. We know there's 1, 8. And we know that there's 1, 3. And then there needs to be 2 or 3 signs somewhere. There's 1 multiplication, 1 equal sign, and 1 more sign. So we have 3 signs plus 4 known numbers. So we have 7 already like set that are not 0, right? So we have 1 that is unknown. But if you would do times 0, then the answer is also 0, which is impossible because we already have 7 known positions that are not 0, right? That's why it's impossible. Technically, it is possible, just not with the information that we have. Hey, Chilamagi. Dankeschön. Thank you so much, 11 months. The divided probably needs to be in the second spot to have a single digit number as the answer. Yeah, I think so as well. I think the divided is going to be here. I agree with you. Okay. So the 8 doesn't have to be here. So it's something divided by 2 digits times 3 is something. It doesn't have to be times 3, but it's likely. Well, actually, it doesn't have to be 3 either, because 3 could be here. 3 could be here. Man, somebody do this for me. Wait, no, I need a 1 somewhere. Wait, I don't think the 3 is here because the 1 is not here and the 1 is not here. And I doubt that the 1 is the answer. And I doubt we're doing it times 1, right? No, what times 1 is impossible. So I don't think the 3 is here, right? So that's not a thing. So the 1 is probably here. And then the 3 is here. And then what else do we have? 8 divided by 12 times 3. There we go. Okay, yeah. Okay, that made sense. All right, nice. Whew. Yeah, okay. That made sense. Yeah, good job, chat. Yeah. Very well done. So, next. Let's play connections wordle. So we have to create 4 groups of 4. Okay, let's see. What is a shindig? Oh, it's a party. A mixer, a party, a shindig, and bash? No. A blowout. Shit, okay. There's too many words. We have to... Like, it is a combination of these words, but we don't know which one. So we have to go with something else first. Yeah, I think it is something like this. Woodcover, puppet, cricket. What else is Pinocchio here? Whale. True, whale. Pinocchio figures, yeah. Okay, then. Egg Sunday range counter bunny. Easter egg, Easter bunny, Easter Sunday, Easter party? Easter Island? What's Easter Island? Yes, nice. Okay. What is Easter Island? Okay, now we still have Mixer Bash Party Shindig. But then we also have Blowout. So what else do we have here? Sink, range, counter. Things in a kitchen. Like this. What else in a kitchen though? A range is in a kitchen? Oh, nice. So Bash Party Blowout Shindig. There we go. Social gatherings. Perfect. Nice. Stone is range. Range is a stove. Oh, okay. Interesting. I didn't know that. Okay. Now we play global, so we have to... Like, we're looking for a country, but we don't know which one. So we're going to enter a random country. And it will tell us that Germany is 2,000 kilometers away from the country that we're looking for, which is 1.2k miles. That is not that far. 2,000 kilometers. That could be... Oh, that's certainly not Turkey. We know that. 2,000 kilometers. That could be... It could be Egypt. Let's try that. Oh my god, let's fucking go! Let's go! Easy for me! Fucking easy. It's funny because yesterday we had Turkey. And I knew that Turkey is like 1.4k kilometers. So I had like a rough idea that, you know, like 2k. Because in this direction, there's nothing, right? Spain is too close. That's more. And Portugal is also too close. Right? So I know that it can't be on this side. I know that it's obviously not here. And it can't be up here. And it can't be on the right. Because the only thing here is Russia, which is closer. And like these countries are also like closer, right? So the only way is like to go down. And then in this direction, there, I mean, it could have been here, of course, too, right? But I mean, I just tried one that is in the middle because it could also be here. It could be a country that is here, right? It could be, I don't know, Senegal or something. Or, I mean, Morocco is too close, but it could have been Senegal or something, right? So I was thinking I go with Egypt because that's in the middle. And then if I see how close Egypt is, then I know if it's like left or right, you know? Just so I tell you my thought process. Hey, geez, what's up? Okay, so now we play travel. The way travel works is that we have to go from one country to another country by crossing the least amount of countries. So not the fastest way, but like crossing the least amount of countries in total, which means that you probably go like a weird way, but like bigger countries, you know? So we want to go from East Timor to Afghanistan. And we know that East Timor borders Indonesia. And then we have to go through Malaysia. Then Thailand. Then Laos. Then China. And then we're done. Easy for me. All right. Well, that was easy. Hey, Jesus, how are you doing? Okay, let's do one more. Man, maybe I shouldn't do one more because I did this one so well. Maybe I shouldn't do another one. Okay, one more. Just one more. Fuck. Today I'd like to go from Eswatini to Finland. Wait, isn't Eswatini in Africa? Wait, Eswatini is in Africa, right? It borders Mozambique and South Africa, I'm pretty sure, right? Fuck. That's far. Okay, so we go Mozambique. Oh god, that is so far. Mozambique. Tanzania. Kenya. Ethiopia. And then Sudan. Egypt. Israel. Syria. No. Yes. Or? Yeah. Good. Okay. Whew. Okay, now that we're Syria, we go Iraq. Fuck. Shit. Turkey. God damn it. Okay, Turkey. Then Georgia. Russia. There you go. Fuck, I mixed up Iraq. Man, I was so close. Fuck. Oh, I'm stupid. Oh, man. Okay. Close enough, though. Close enough. This song is so cute. I love it. It's very sad, though. Very sad. All right, then. Lodel. Jin. Okay, so it's a male mana melee that is maybe a partially human or partially a spiritualist. Which could be... I mean, that could be anything. Let's go with Darius. Wait, isn't Darius Ionia? Is Darius Ionia? No? Okay. So it's not top, and it's a human. Okay, so it's a male human mana melee that is not top. So it could be a support or a middle, but it's a really... Oh, it could be like... No, wait. It could be a jungler or a mid laner. But a melee mana mid laner... Ooh, Taric is a good one. It could be Taric. Ah, it's not a support, okay. Oh, it might be Demacia. And it's later in 2009. It's an old champion. It's an old champ. Kassadin. Wait, is Kassadin partially human? No, wait, Kassadin's not human. Has to be a human. No, Rice's range. J4. J4. Yeah, I think J4 might be good. Yes, it's J4. It's J4. Nice. Good job. Yeah. It's Jarvan. Okay, now let's play Wowdle. Ooh, okay, so it's a male vanilla character that is not human. Male, what about Thrall? What about, it's not an orc. Not an orc and not a human. Could be Ragnaros. Oh, it's class nil. That's good to know. Not an elemental. No class. mean, Kel'Thuzad is considered a mage, right? Also, I guess it's also vanilla and Wrath. Vanilla and Wrath, yeah. So it's only vanilla. I thought it was also Kata. Yeah, it has to be only vanilla. Any Andats maybe? But the class nil is a bit throwing me off. So I feel like it has to be a boss, maybe. What kind of boss, though? Maybe Nasoth or something. Okay, apparently that's not a boss. Onyxia's female. It could be Hogger. Oh, Hogger is considered a warrior. Oops. Huh. Class nil. Do we have any dragons? Nefarian is not a thing. Not part of this game. Do we have a male dragon? Thanks for Subgears Trav. Thank you so much. Hey Kenny, thank you so much for Prime. Is anyone able to claim the pet for support streamers yet? It should be working, yes. I think lots of people claimed the pet already, right guys? Thank you, Kenny. You just need to make sure, so the way it works is that you have to gift, like you basically have to pay for 2 subs. Either you gift 2 subs, or you subscribe yourself with a paid sub, not with a Prime, and you gift 1 additional sub. If you have done that, you can check in your loot, in your inventory, basically on Twitch. You need to make sure that your Twitch is also connected to your Battle.net, right? Hey Sinos, thank you so much for 2 sub gifts as well. Thank you very much. Patchwork. But isn't it also a warrior? No, it is Patchwork, class nil. Okay, nice. Good job. Well done. It took like 12 hours before my pet arrived after using code. But you have received the code, Rose? Like you have the code? Oh, well, if you have the code, then it's just going to take a while for it to actually work. Or can you not claim the code? Like, did you claim the code and you just didn't get the pet? Or did you receive an error message when you tried to claim it? Patchworkers in Wrath also? No, that's actually a good point, Big Bond, yeah. Good point, yeah. No. So this game is flawed. Okay, so now it's time to play video games and to walk on a treadmill. Guys, I don't know what's going on, by the way, but walking this treadmill is apparently insane. Like, I gained a little bit of weight at Gamescom because I ate a shit ton. And then I came back home, started walking this treadmill every day, And now I'm lean as fuck. And I started eating more even. I'm eating more than before Gamescom. So, can recommend walking on treadmill apparently. It's very healthy. I can eat a lot more now. I'm not actually trying to lose a lot of weight, obviously, because, I mean, I'm not, you know, I'm not trying to die. But, yeah, kind of nice. Because eating more, we all know eating more is nice. I do like eating more. Have you seen Eddie's cosplay? No, what is she cosplaying? Celotath? I want to cosplay something at some point. Actually, it's not that I want to cosplay something. I actually want to create a cosplay. I would love to create a cosplay. That sounds so good. Dun, 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 dun. It sounds like so much fun. Hey, Haki, what's up? Is that a walkie-only treadmill? Yeah, it's not meant for running. It only goes 4 miles per hour. The devs listen to you. We got buffs. Yeah, we did get buffs. Good point. Well, we got changes. They aren't actually like real buffs, but you know. Can't have everything in life. Let me take a look at some of these world quests. Actually, let me Is there any world quest that gives something that I need, like coffer keys or something? Doesn't look like it. Only 1 coffer keys. Okay, we don't need this shit. Try typing the code. Oh, by the way, Kuros, I had an idea about tracking the treadmill. Okay, so basically, like, I know how fast I'm walking, right? Because obviously the treadmill is set to a certain speed. And which means that we can calculate the distance that I'm covering. We can't really track the steps, but that doesn't really matter, I guess. I mean, just knowing the distance is fine enough, right? So I was thinking we could have a text-based overlay that we create on Stream Elements, where we have a start-stop kind of like countdown that is speed-based, you know? Not a countdown, but like a timer. So like we start the timer and then we stop. And the timer does some math. Like it basically calculates distance depending on the speed that we enter. So in this case, 2.5 miles per hour. And then we could have 2 different texts. One could be like maximum distance covered since I purchased or since I started walking. And one could be stream based, you know? The problem is I don't exactly how to do that. But I feel like that's not rocket science probably. Because you can just go to, so if you just create a text-based widget, you can just enter any kind of code. And I assume you can just write, and you can have like whatever code you want to, right? Wait, let me show you. I created like a bunch of like overlays yesterday because I tried to do this on my phone, and on my phone it's super cursed. But yeah, here, like if you go to this, shit, where did I find this? Advanced. And where did I find this? Am I stupid? I swear I found a... Like the last time I did this, I saw that you can enter code somewhere. Where is it? Huh? Maybe it was a different widget. Maybe it wasn't. Oh, custom widget. There. Okay. So it's not a text-based widget. It's a custom widget. Okay. Okay. So basically... I mean, you can enter whatever codes here, right? You can do HTML, CSS, whatever floats your boat, I guess. So with that, you can probably create like a quote-unquote simple counter, right? Presumably. I don't know. I'm not a fucking programmer, yeah? But then we could have like 2 of these texts, right? And one is like total distance covered or total distance walked. And one is distance per session, right? If you can somehow figure it out. Otherwise, I can ask David at some point. How about subs been linked to Hype Train and changed your treadmill speed? You'd be running in no time. Good points. Alright, let's do some delving. Actually, let's see. Oh, I just want to do delves because I want to level my brand. Yeah, I'm just leveling my brand because I do think that I want to do delves at some point, like that are a bit higher. How many people help support your stream? You mean as in like... I don't actually have like that many people that that like quote unquote like work for me, right? I mean, obviously I have mods. My main mod is Kuros, who literally does everything. Kuros is basically carrying the stream all by himself. Then I do have an editor that edits my YouTube videos and my shorts that are on TikTok and YouTube and everything. Then I have an accountant that does that kind of stuff, right? And that's it. I mean, and then I have people that help me out with stuff, you know, once in a while when I need, but not like regularly, you know. There's people who once in a while will like design a logo for me or some other stuff if I ask them for it. But I don't have like other people that do something regularly. Thank you so much for gifting us up, Prince. It's perfect. Thank you so much. Like someone trying to help you make a calendar circuit. Yeah, I need that. Yeah, a good one. I mean, yeah, at the moment, I was thinking calendar doesn't really make much sense considering with the, as you said, like I can't really do IRL content right now. But I do think that after the race wall first, I do think we can do IRL content again. I think so. And also like sprinkle in some other games. So I do think that if you're still willing to help out, we could do that after the race wall first, maybe. Jaded, thank you so much for 2 subgifts. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Or at least like start slowly, right? We can start kind of slowly with it and just do like one like IRL or like other game streams like once in a while, like once every 2 weeks or so, and then we can like ramp it up, I guess. The fact that note you included in the wallet was regarding the fact that you have a 3-week turnaround time on Discord message was hilarious to me. Yeah, I wrote a bunch of personalized notes for the wallets as well. Did you guys actually like the wallet? Like, I think it is a very nice wallet. It's so high quality. Damn, it's crazy. Like it looks like it literally looks like I bought this wallet somewhere, right? Like that they're like mass produced. I I don't have the wallet, but I love the mug. Hey, Candlet! I'm so glad you love the mug. That is so good to hear. For you here. You are a nice wallet. Is this a compliment? I am not sure. Do I want to be a nice wallet? Oh. Hey, JCB, thank you so much for 5 months. Appreciate that. Welcome back. Thank you very much.
Nice fight.
So what? So he's level 8. What's the max level for Bran? Man, that's a. We just need to reach max level. 15. Oof. So long. Wait, this delve is bountiful. Didn't people say that the bountiful delve isn't harder? But it is. Because this delve, when it's not bountiful, doesn't have these. Someone lied to me. So the bountiful delves are a little bit harder, right?
You're looking a bit rough. Take a wee rest.
So technically it would be warranted that you get more item level from the vault even without opening the chest. If they're gonna be harder. Wait, really, Ace? That happened? I didn't know that. Oh god, that's actually hilarious. Oh man. Robin ruining all the fun for everyone. Thanks, Robin. Thanks.
You got to dodge.
You got to dodge. Shouldn't be. I think there are 3 variants of the delve. Oh. No wait, no wait, that's not true, is it? Like each delve has different variants, really? Because yesterday I did the same delve like multiple times and it was always the same. Or does it rotate each day to be different? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, then it makes sense again that maybe it isn't different with delve. Okay. Okay, whatever. I didn't know that. Okay. Then don't listen to me. You were spreading misinformation? Oh, the usual. Like always.
Fantastic.
You're welcome, Bren. You're welcome. It's an interesting song. Kind of like it. Also kind of strange though. Like every great song is kind of nice and also kind of strange. That's a lot of casters in here.
Oh, Bram's got your back. Hey, be careful.
Be careful. Well, heal me then, Bren. What am I paying you for? Are you paying him? Yeah. With exposure. He's in stream right now, isn't he? I'm making him famous. What? And these mobs hurt a little. Heal me. Wait, what is this? I'm gonna come back into the bubble. It looks like it's a buff. Hey, Princess Perfect. Thank you so much for converting your sub. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you very, very much. No, I never had motion sick from walking while gaming, no. It's a bit strange, like when I'm walking and then I step off
Take a wee rest.
of the treadmill, then like it feels like the room is moving for a second, you know? But I don't get motion sickness, no. Ley lines! Come so numb, you there. Fuck. Okay, this is... Okay, no, that was bad. Okay, wait. Back. More like this? Okay, no, that was also bad. More like this. No, wait, that was the opposite. Man, that was... that was a struggle.
Nice. Get out of the way!
Alright, not bad, not bad. Yeah, so the buff to balance is like, it's more like a hot fix. Well, hot fix. But more like a... Like, they basically needed to do this change, otherwise our rotation didn't make any sense. Basically, we would have needed to cast Starfire on AoE rather than casting Starfall, even if we would be overcapping Astral Power. And same for single target. Like, we would have been casting Wrath instead of casting Star Search. Even when we are full Astral Power. Unless we need to stack up Star-Lord, which obviously is not how... Like, the rotation literally would have not worked properly if they wouldn't have done this change. So this change was a... Like, it's not a bug fix, but it's like... But almost. Like, they had to change this for the spec to make sense. It's not actually a buff though. It's a very slight single target buff and an AoE nerf. But yeah. You get a 2% single target buff and an AoE nerf. But the change is not supposed to be a balance change anyway. It's supposed to be, as I said, like it's supposed to fix our rotation to make sense. Which is, I mean, it's good that they changed it, but yeah, it's basically a requirement for them to change this. It would have been very weird if they wouldn't have done this change. Hey, Justine, thank you so much for the stuff. What's up?
That's more like it.
Yeah, boomies are still the same as before, basically, except that we don't do super degenerate stuff with our rotation now. Probably. Actually, now that I think about it, I think I saw the theory crafter say that we actually still don't cast spenders now. I think it's possible that we still do not cast spenders. At least not in like every situation. So I think the change was not actually even enough. They might still have to change it even more. Hey Kimura, what's up? How you doing? Happy Saturday, happy weekend. How do I claim the pets? So if you gifted, or if you paid for 2 subs, so if you subbed yourself and gifted 1, or if you gifted 2 subs in total, then you get a code. The code should be in your loot box on your inventory. And then you can claim it with that code. You give 2 subs for a burp, yep. That's how it works. It's a pretty cute Alburb. Nice, we did it. This is a little bit harder today. Maybe we do a different delve. This one, I'm not sure if I want to do this one a lot. Maybe we do a different one.
Nice, now I'm making progress.
No! Oh my god, for a second I thought I opened the chest. Oh my god. I thought I wasted my coffer key. But I didn't. We're all good. It's interesting because they said they're bountiful chests. Yutina, thank you so much for 17 months. What's up? Thank you very much. Happy Saturday. Just boosted us on the Larry Balance Druid after watching your stream. Nice. I hope you enjoy playing Balance Druid. That's good to hear. I thought I just bought 2 subs. Lol, it's not in there yet, but I'll try waiting. Let me see. So you gifted 1 sub and you continued your sub from a prime to a tier 1. Maybe that's what's not working? Does that work, converted prime? I think it should work, no? Shouldn't that converted prime work? When is prime expiring? It didn't work with prime. Yeah, prime does not work. But since you used your prime sub first and then you converted your prime to a normal sub, it's possible that the normal sub does not count until the prime runs out. But I'm not 100% sure on this. But that is technically possible because It doesn't... Yeah, I don't know. Oh, it gets a countdown on rebuild date. Okay. Yeah, so basically what happens is that you're currently subbed with Prime, and then in 20 days, once your Prime sub runs out, it would convert to a tier 1 sub, but it doesn't get billed until then. So you basically didn't properly pay for it yet, I guess, and therefore it doesn't count as if you paid for it for the pet, unfortunately. Man, they should be more clear about this. Ugh. I feel bad for people like trying different kind of stuff, because I mean, yeah, it's not very intuitive. Sorry about that, princess. Technically, you should get it in 20 days, but the problem is, like, I'm not sure if it still works then, right? Because it's a limited drop. So in 20 days, the drop is... Actually, wait, it's still working in 20 days. Well, then it's fine. Yeah, in 20 days, the Twitch drop is still live, because it goes until the 26th, right? Or let me see. Wait, let me see. I'm looking. This is the wrong drop. It goes until... September 26th. Yeah, well then it would still work. Yeah, then you're fine. Okay, then you're perfectly fine. Thank you so much for gifting a sub, Anonymous. Thank you very much. Hey Maya, what's up? Alright, let's find a different delve to do. Maybe one that's a little bit faster. Is there like a really fast delve that people are doing to farm Bran? Any delve recommendations? Like a shadow. You can see me. Fungal Folly. Where's that one?
No.
What did Ashka hat? Ah, okay. Waterworks the faster, really? The underwater one? Or is it not underwater? Because I don't want to do an underwater one. That seems annoying. Oh, it's not underwater? Okay. Oh, whatever. Now I'm here. So I'm just going to do this one. Wait, which one did you say? The Dread Pit. Wait, it's not here. I thought it's an Ashkahat. Oh, there's one more. Underkeep. How many are there here? Spiral Weave. Ah, this one. Okay. Now, let's just try this one for now. See what happens. Is it downstairs? Yeah. Alright, let's give this one a try then. Hey, how does this work? Okay, I guess we're killing Nerubians.
Those webs will summon Nerubians. Don't
Oh.
stand in them.
Uh-oh. Guess I'm standing on them. Huh. Too late. What did I just loot? Am I supposed to throw them or something?
That's more like it.
Okay. Are you walking? With my legs. No, I have a walking pet under my desk. Wait, Kimura, that's such a cool way of highlighting a message. That's a different highlight than what I saw yesterday. Damn, that looks so cute. Wait, it's animated. It's literally RGB colors that are moving. Wait, that's kind of cool. I love that. Huh. I want all of my messages to look like this. That's very cute. It's 3 different bit effects. Oh. It's all different ones that like... Oh, so you can have multiple bit effects on the same message. Ah. Bits per message. Interesting. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to pay 60 bits for every message now because I want all of my messages to look like this. Sorry, I need to stand on it because I need to loot this. Oh, I can't loot it in combat. Okay. So we're killing these ambushes then.
Nice fight.
Sturdy chest. What's this? Throw the sack to swarm loose. Okay. I don't know what this is about. Like, I don't know what these explosives are. Oh, it's literally just part of the delve. I thought I have to like throw them or something. Okay.
You're looking a bit rough. Take a wee rest.
What's the case for the Saturday stream? I'm depressed, apparently. Ah. There's only Saturday streams when I'm depressed. So I guess that's happening. Oh, these ambushes can't reach me. Wait, did they reset? Oh, guys, I'm breaking the delve. Wait, they actually reset.
Nice fight.
Wait, this is great. Turns out if you go to a spot where they can't reach you, they will reset eventually. Hey Teresa, thank you so much for a Prime. Welcome and happy weekend. I knew it. Hey Morello. I started booming changes and got plunged into depression too. Oh. Supplies sabotaged. I guess we're doing some sabotaging then.
Those webs will summon Rubians. Don't stand in them.
Baby.
Brand's got your back.
Thank you, Brand, for putting a bubble somewhere in China. Appreciate that. Brand, heal me!
Fantastic.
He doesn't really heal much, does he? He does not. My health and cast bars are from Plater.
To recover.
What if I jump up here again? Okay, this doesn't seem to be working. This is a vibe. Hey Teresa, thank you so much for converting your sub as well from Prime to normal one. Thank you very much.
Maybe using that. Those webs will summon the Rubians. Don't stand in them.
Overseer Kruskal defeated. Okay. Not this guy, presumably. Is this stalker hitting me through the wall? Oh, wow. That's a frontal. So... Oh, there's like hidden things up here for experience.
Nice fight.
Thank you. It was indeed a nice find. And this is so immersive, guys. Walking a treadmill while listening to jams and playing World of Warcraft. Incredible. How many steps are you doing per day? I don't really know because my watch is not tracking it because I'm not moving my arm. So who knows? Could be 10 steps, could be 100,000. Who knows?
That's more like it. Those webs will summon the Rubians. Don't stand in them.
Wait, this is where I was before, right? Did I just miss the trophy room? I did put my watch on my ankle, but it still doesn't work properly. I did try that. I was thinking about it. Where's the trophy room? It's at the end, isn't it? Like, I just didn't see it. It's at the end, right? Fuck. I walked back for no reason. What? Oh my god, where is it? Wait, or is there no treasure? Okay, it's at the end. Okay, let's go all the way back then. Like, I thought it's at the end just because I got a speed buff. Oh no, it's not at the end, it's here. Oh, okay, okay. Hey Chachi, thank you so much for 5 months. What's up? How are you? Happy weekend. Is there any buffs for Bran? Nothing. Okay. Thank you, 2000. So are you. You're pretty awesome yourself. Okay, let's leave. Let me out of here, Brad. Let me out of here. I'm not sure if I want to do this again. Maybe I try Waterworks. I'm not sure I like this one. So Waterworks is in Isle of Dorn, you said, right? Oh no, in the Rolling Deeps, Ringing Deeps. Let's try Waterworks. Wait, did I leave? Yes. How's WoW? Is it a good time to start? Yeah, it's a very good time to start. The absolute best time to start WoW is now. Because we just got a new expansion and the raid is not out yet, so you have enough time to level up characters. And you have enough time to patiently wait for the raid and plus season to start like the rest of us. So definitely go ahead and play now if you wanna check out the game. How do I get to the Weaver's lair? Downstairs or upstairs? Is it here? Oh, it is. Wait, no, I should be flying over. Wait, I'm stupid. Wait. I'm gonna be back 1 second. I'll be right back. So, hey Sodil, thank you so much for the 6 months. Appreciate that. Welcome back. And Louisa, thank you so much for gifting us sub. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey Ken, what's up? I feel I'd get overwhelmed by the amount of content since BFA. Yeah, but the content that happens since BFA is irrelevant, right? There are some new things that you would have to catch up to. Like, you would have to understand some of the new systems, right? The new talent system, which, to be fair, is not hard to understand. But, you know, the new UI, you would have to understand the profession system, I guess. Like, there's certainly some new systems that you would have to get into. But other than that, it would be totally fine. Thank you, Fox, and I appreciate that. And welcome, Brooke. Thank you so much for Prime. So, okay, I want to try the waterworks while I'm drinking my second coffee. Coffee. Wait, it's 5:40 p.m. Maybe I shouldn't drink coffee anymore. What if I just drink it really fast? I think I'm just going to drink it really fast. Hey, Mepka, like, thank you so much for 2 staff gifts. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Let's continue my walking. Drinking it fast counteracts the caffeine. I heard that too. One sec. So, thank you, Foxit. Are you commenting the next race? Well, first, I am. If so, for whom? I can't tell yet. I will be able to tell soon-ish. Let me walk a bit faster. I'm walking snail speed. There we go. No texting and driving, I mean walking. So what are you guys doing right now in the War Within? Are you guys killing rares? Are you farming renown? Are you leveling your 10th character? Farming delves? Nice, okay. Wait, this is like a really cool flight path here with all of the... That's kind of cute. Wait, but I'm not gonna make it! Unless... Oh, I am making it, okay.
The clouds above the living grotto are full of rich, useful minerals.
What is this?
Get up there and gather some.
Oh, this is a world quest, I guess. Where am I? Ah, that's too much. That's too much work. Where do I have to go? Waterworks. Ah, it's over there. Save your keys for the season start. You know if there's a daily reset on delves? You mean for bountiful delves? You should definitely not open the bountiful delve chests. You can do delves, but don't open the chests. Don't do it. It costs you coffer keys and we want them later. Whenever the delves are unlocked on higher tier levels. So right now we only have rank 3 available, or tier 3, which is not very high. Hey Kinar, thank you so much for 46 months. What's up? Okay, I have to wait for Vigor apparently. Working but not gaming. Oh. Oh no, Jabra. Okay, whatever. If you just wasted one key, that's fine. I'm curious about your walking thing. Is it working well and what model is it? I mean, it's working well for me. I personally have never had any other walking pets, so I cannot really compare them. So keep that in mind. It's the only one I've ever had, and that's what my opinion is based on. It works well as in it does what it's supposed to do. It's not very expensive. Like, it was a pretty cheap one. I think most walking pets are pretty cheap though, because it's not supposed to be a treadmill. Like, it's not meant for running, it's just meant for walking. So they're generally a bit smaller than normal treadmills, and they're like they don't go as fast. So they're generally a bit cheaper. It does not allow me to have an incline. So if you want to somehow like incline walk, then you should probably look for a different one, because this one doesn't do it. Other than that, the walking is nice. I like it a lot. It's not super, super high up, which is important, of course, because I have a standing desk, an adjustable desk, but it doesn't go like super, super high, right? So you need to consider the height of your walking pad to not be super high, because otherwise your table might be too small. So just, if you're a really tall person, make sure you consider that. But other than that, I really like it, because if you have some mindless stuff to do that doesn't take like your full concentration, then you can do it while walking. Like, obviously you can talk while walking, like you're not gonna get distracted at all. So if you have lots of meetings or phone calls to take, then walking while doing that is on a treadmill like this is really nice. If you have some games to do or to play, like if you have to play games, if you want to play some games that are not as mechanically intense, it's also fun. Like if you play, I don't know, if you play World of Warcraft where you're grinding stuff, I wouldn't necessarily walk while mythic raiding or high-end and plussing, but if you're doing like delves or open world content or leveling, then it's great. If you play, let's say, Hearthstone, TFT, stuff like this, yeah, if you're typing stuff, like if you're writing emails or whatever, it's also fine. The only thing that probably is not fun is if you need to use your mouse in a very precise way, because obviously when you're walking, your arms move and your shoulders, your upper body moves. So you cannot be as precise with your mouse as you would be otherwise. So I wouldn't recommend playing Counter-Strike or League of Legends, or just doing anything that, you require your mouse hand for in a very precise way. Other than that, you can walk a lot while doing whatever else you want to do. Thank you so much. A bit of pancakes. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. Man, I do love pancakes. Didn't have pancakes in forever. I got one out too. Nice, Hengelman. But don't have a standing desk, so I use it while playing Switch games. Nice. Which is nice because I used to separate controllers for both hands, so it's even like walking with your hands free. Yeah, I mean, it certainly feels a bit nicer if you're walking with your hands free, I feel like. I mean, it's not that this is bad, but moving your hands as well is kind of nice as well. So whenever I'm not like actually using my PC, I do like to like put my hands down, or my arms rather. Naguura could be the world first title and plus walker. Crazy with pedals? Everyone has pedal fever. What is pedal? What is that? Pedal tennis? Oh, I've never heard of that before. I don't think. It's tennis? I mean, the only thing that I've seen before that my friends used to play a lot, well, a lot, but they did it once in a while. So you know when you have, like there's a, basically there's like a small circular trampoline kind of thing. And then you have like rackets and a ball, and you're like, and you kind of like throwing the ball into the trampoline, and it comes up, and then the other team has to throw it back, you know, and it always has to go on this like circular thing. What is that sport called? Or spike ball? That's it. Spike ball. Yeah, that's the only one I know. Like people have been playing spike ball a lot, but I haven't seen this like pedal thing. It's interesting. It looks like there's different rackets. And it looks like tennis rackets, but they're not. It looks like a fusion between a tennis racket and a table tennis racket. Hey, Nina, thank you so much for Prime. What's up? Spikeout was on Shark Tank and I didn't think it would boom. Really? Oh, wait, that's crazy. I didn't know that. A friend of mine bought a racket 400 euros? Huh. Where's the cozy streaming room? Wait, it's still cozy, no? You don't like my streaming room? I think it's cozy. No, I don't play paddle. I've never seen it before. Maybe I should start playing it, though. But I don't know. I don't play tennis, so... Or anything related to it, so maybe... I don't know. Is it easier than tennis? It's not actually squash, though. Wait, it's not squash, right? Because you're not playing against a wall. Yeah, squash is where you play against a wall, but I don't think this is against a wall. I told him it was crazy, and then he said, well, my bike was 400 euro. How much was yours? Man, 400 euros is a very cheap bike. I'm currently... I looked at bikes earlier, Kianar. There's like this really pretty one, but it's 3,000 euros. But it's so pretty. Oh. Look at it. It's so pretty. Oh. Look. Look how beautiful it is. It's so nice. Nice bike, I know. It's pastel purple. So pretty. Yeah, bikes are pretty expensive. What can you do? I honestly was not aware that bikes, like actually good bikes, are like you can certainly feel the difference between like certain bikes, and also not just the difference between like an expensive bike and a cheaper bike, but like the difference between like the different kinds of bikes, right? Because I have a hardtail like mountain bike, and I didn't realize that like a gravel bike or a road bike or whatever, that they are like actually much better for what the purpose of the bike is, like driving on like roads. Like you're just so much faster, right? Like it's crazy. Like each pedal stroke that you do just like converts so much more than if you have a hardtail or a mountain bike. That's kind of crazy. I guess it makes sense, but yeah, I wasn't really aware of it because I'd never tried a gravel bike or a road bike. I only ever had my mountain bike. But an electric bike, no, I won't. I do not want an electric bike. But proper shoes and pedals? You mean like the click-in things? I don't want those. Thank you so much for gifting a sap, Anonymous. Thank you very much. I'm not using Cell, no. My trims are grit too. Yes, you do. What do you mean, yes, you do? You're telling me I'm using Cell? I would think that I know which add-ons I'm using. Cell's not one of them. Carbonite. Yeah, I mean, electric bike. I'm not saying electric bikes are nice. Like, they are incredibly convenient. I mean, I wouldn't say no to an electric bike, right? I mean, if someone would offer me an electric bike, I would like, yeah. Like, I mean, I'd use it, right? But I'd rather have like a gravel bike or another bike or a mountain bike or something, you know, instead of an e-bike if I have the choice. Thank you so much for gifting us up, Anonymous. Welcome to a Kruno. You could have an electric mountain bike? No, I don't want to. Maybe I just get all of them, you know? Maybe I just get a maybe I just get a road bike, a gravel bike, a hardtail, a mountain bike, an electric bike. Let's get all of them. Just let me go to the bank first. If you buy a 3K gravel bike, you definitely need to use clip-in pedals. Oh, I don't want to. I think you can just buy these pedals where you could do both though, right? I mean, the pedals are not going to be the most expensive part about the bike, so I can just buy both. I'll start with the not clip-in ones, because the clip-ins are kind of annoying. It's annoying. A former coworker and his wife had about a dozen specialized bikes between them. Really? Dude, that's crazy. They're so expensive. Wait, the biking shoes are so expensive? The clip-in ones? They cost between 200 and 400 euros? No fucking shot, really? What the fuck, dude? Dude, what is going on with cycling? Why is cycling like the most expensive sport ever? This is so messed up. Like, the bike itself costs like a fortune. Biking, like, even just the clothes cost so much. Like, clothing, like shorts and like, it's so expensive. Glass is expensive, helmets, and everything's expensive. What the fuck? Jesus. Is this like a rich people sport or what? Like, cycling is for dentists? That's insane. But it's so much fun. It is, unfortunately. Man. It's for people that think they're still too young for golf. You talk too much? I do agree. I should be talking less considering that I am a streamer. I think I should just be silent for most of the time. Maybe awkwardly stare into the camera. Can you sing? I cannot. If you own a city bike, a mountain bike, an e-bike, a gravel bike, you'll get a Dutch passport because you've passed the bike's requirements. it just come with that? Like if you have those amount of bikes, you just like automatically just get a passport sent to you, just like just in the mail. Hey Frank, what's up? I'm back after several years absence. Do you still put on your makeup on stream? I haven't done that in a while, no. No, not really, because I have an office and I put my makeup on at home. Well, actually, I did put on my makeup recently for like a special event. I was getting ready for a rave. And I put my makeup on then. So I only really do that if I like do something special. Yeah, I was going to like to a small rave. Like a 4-day one? No, it was just a 1-day event. Like a small, really small rave here. So I put on like some special makeup. Hey, Dreamstore, thank you so much for your sub. Appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. It was very instructional. I love doing makeup, and I put so much like time and effort into like researching some like makeup techniques and stuff, right? And I had also bought a bunch of makeup, so I love like sharing knowledge about stuff that I personally put a lot of effort into researching, right? The thing though is, of course, that a lot of people that watch my stream don't do their makeup. So yeah, it's not that knowledge is in high demand amongst my viewers. Unfortunately, because otherwise I would be talking about makeup a lot. Makeup has been replaced by Wordles. Yeah, we do play a lot of Wordles nowadays. Maybe if I did, my gameplay would actually improve. Where's the entrance to this? Is it on the other side? I don't get it. Where's this? Oh, it's right here. Wait, I'm a dolphin. Okay. Miss yesterday about Greek yogurt and knobs. Well, what did I say about Greek yogurt and knobs? Hey Jetson, thank you so much for the sub gift. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Is this walker good to lose some weight? I mean, for sure is. If you use it. If you buy the walker and then you don't use it, then I'm gonna say it wouldn't be that good to lose weight. I mean, a good thing about this walker is that, or the walking pad, is that you can walk while doing a task that you wouldn't be able to walk while doing that otherwise, right? Because obviously, you can walk outside, like, or even inside. It's not that you wouldn't be able to walk without it, but if you have like an office job or you play a lot of video games at home and you don't want to like stop doing that, or you can't, you know, like you're stuck on your PC anyway doing other things, well then obviously it's really nice to have a walking pad, because then you're going to be active while also doing what other requirements you have, whatever job you have to do or whatever games you want to play. Thank you so much for 2 sub gifts. So I personally like it a lot, because obviously I can't necessarily play World of Warcraft and walk at the same time, but now I can. I'm getting a lot more steps in than I would usually do. For me, it's basically just I can eat a lot more now, which is great. It's nice. Sure, Agavokers are good in dungeons, of course. My walking pad is from To Do, the brand.
Careful. The totem's power will drain.
I never had any other walking pads though, so I can't necessarily tell you if this one is like good in comparison to others. I know it's good for what I'm using it for, but again, I can't really compare it to others because I never had a different one. And I don't really know anything about the other ones. So take my recommendation or my advice with that in mind. A tutorial on walking. So what? I mean, I can give you some tips that I did some research on. So if you're looking into buying a walking pad, first of all, you need a standing desk. Unless, I mean, you don't necessarily need a standing desk. You can also do this while watching TV, for example, right? If you spend a lot of time watching TV, then you can also use this while doing that, or while playing console or whatnot, right? So, but if you want to use this at the same time as also using a PC, then you would need a standing desk. If you use it with a standing desk, I would recommend you're looking into how high your standing desk does go up and how elevated the walking pad is from the floor, the height of it, right? Because if you're a really tall person and the walking or the standing desk is already like on the maximum height or almost at the maximum height, then if you're standing on a walking pad, you're going to be elevated even more, and then your desk might not be high enough. So that is something you have to consider. Then I also would consider the length of the walking pad, because mine is perfect for my height or for the strides that I take, for the length of my legs. But if you have really long legs and you take like really long strides, then maybe consider getting like a long walking pad. For me, this is perfectly fine. I never like stepped off of it or like stepped too far or whatever. And I'm around 168 or something. I don't know my height exactly. And other than that, the walking pad really doesn't have to do much. Some people are interested in the speed of it. Mine goes 4 miles per hour, which I've never put it up to 4. Like, I have it on 2.5 right now. Sometimes I had it on 3, sometimes I had it on less. But I'm never gonna like almost run, right? Like, why would I put it that high? That makes no sense. Then I'm gonna go running. I really just wanna walk. The one thing, or the two things actually, that in hindsight, maybe I should have tried to get a different one. So number one, sometimes maybe being able to have an incline would be nice. Because, you know, I like going hiking, and having an incline on a treadmill might be cool to get some like hiking practice in, right? So that's maybe something I didn't really think about before, because this one doesn't have an incline. And the other thing is that maybe I should have gotten a walking pad that allows me to track my steps a little bit easier, or so I can connect it to my watch or something. But that's just a thing if you care about that kind of stuff, if you care about your tracking, data, steps, whatever. Because for me, like, it does have an app, and my watch does not track my steps because I'm not moving my arms. So I don't know how many steps I'm taking. And I can calculate the distance that I'm covering, but it's a little bit more of a hassle for me to track this kind of activity, right? Compared to if it just had an app that it would that I would be able to connect to my Garmin app or whatever, then I would be able to track everything like automatically, right? So that's something that if you're really interested in tracking your steps or in tracking your whatever activity, then I would maybe get one that has an app or has some way of connecting it. I mean, I did actually put my watch on my legs, but it does not track it even then, at least not properly. It doesn't work. Like, I did put the watch on my legs. It doesn't work that well. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because it also is related to GPS somehow and not just like movement. Not sure. Yes, I mean obviously if you have a dog, then you're gonna go on walks multiple times a day anyway. Yeah, in that regards, having a dog is actually kind of healthy. Dog owners generally just take more walks, right? Of course. Yeah. I mean, I don't think this is gonna give me any kind of training to run marathons because walking and running is very different. Like, I'm actually just walking. I don't think I'm gaining any kind of like endurance or anything that would help me for running, I don't think. I mean, certainly it does give me endurance in some regard, like it's good for cardiovascular health, I guess, but running is still different. Because running, like you move your whole body very differently when you're running, because you obviously, I mean, it's a different movement. I hate running, but I can bike 100 kilometers. Yeah. Yeah, if you're not used to running, you can get super tired super fast. Even if you generally don't have like bad endurance when it comes to other sports, right? You can like, maybe you can hike up like the craziest mountain and you can cycle forever. But when you're running, you're tired after 5 minutes. Oh, there's like a rare mob. The loader. Alright, alright. Hank Sadin, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Why would I run when I can mount? Good. I mean, good point, good point.
Nice fight.
Is there even a point to killing these rares when all they do is drop like these random powers that are not even that useful? What items are you running? Oh, I didn't really look into that. You mean the brand items? Oh, I have no idea. I never changed them really. Running and swimming if you want to get leaner is the best thing you can do. Not necessarily, right? Like I think any kind of endurance sport, well it depends, right? Like some people, like it's actually proven that that like cardio or like endurance related sports are not necessarily the best approach to get leaner. Like each person is different, right? But some people, like depending on what your metabolic health looks like, you could literally like just become hungrier by doing a lot of endurance sports, right? No matter if it's swimming or running or cycling or whatever it may be. And if you become hungrier, you tend to eat more calories than what you're like burning in return, and your body gets a lot more efficient at at using the energy that you provide to your body, you know, when you do a lot of endurance sports. So going from not being active at all to doing endurance sports is very good usually to become leaner. But if you go from doing like a decent amount of endurance already and then you're adding more to it, then your body actually gets incredibly efficient at using less energy, basically, because your body now thinks all of a sudden, oh my god, we're running a marathon every day, I should be using less calories, right? Because there's no way they can eat so much calories to then compared to what we are burning with the running, right? So your body just becomes more and more efficient at burning less calories or burning less energy for doing endurance sports, which honestly, that's fucked up, yeah, when you think about it. It's like you're putting in all this work and doing this crazy stuff, and then your body's just like, well, actually, now that you're doing so much work, I'm actually gonna start burning less calories because fuck you. It's like, come on, dude. Shoebox. Does farming ultimate power in BFA count as an endurance sport? Of course it does. Of fucking course. Thank you so much for 10 sub gifts, Anonymous. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. That is so nice of you. Fasting 16 hours is the easiest way. I mean, fasting does work for some people. Different kinds of diets or like approaches work for people like differently. Some people really love fasting. Some people hate it. I personally think whatever works for you to like, I think something that people don't give enough thought to is your appetite, and because your appetite gets affected by multiple different ways. Like, your appetite gets affected by the amount of activity you do, the amount of food you eat, but also what kind of food you eat, right? If you eat a lot of like processed, kind of like high palatable, kind of like sugary foods, you usually tend to overeat a little, and also get like your appetite kind of is all out of whack throughout the day. Also, like if you stuff like your insulin, like if you eat like in the morning, if you eat very sugary stuff in the morning, it's possible that you tend to crave more sugar like later on, and then like basically what I'm trying to say is like your appetite throughout the day. I think a lot of people underestimate how important it is, because a lot of people think it's just in their brain and they have to just like not give in to their like cravings in a sense, you know? A lot of people think, oh, if I'm craving a lot of sugar, I should just not eat the sugar. Like I should just resist my cravings, right? But the truth is that if it was that easy to resist cravings, well, then everyone would be fucking lean as fuck, right? But we're not. So clearly, resisting something that your body is craving is incredibly difficult. And that's just not something that you can do. Like, humans are not meant to just resist your body's kind of like needs, right? If your body wants something, then you will eventually give in. You cannot live your whole life constantly like resisting your cravings. Like that just doesn't work, right? So I personally think to be able to like live healthier, or to, if depending on what your goal is, if you want to lose weight or whatever, then I think whatever you need to do, and every person is different, but whatever you need to do to like control your appetite and your cravings, that is like the best approach ever. Because if eating sugary stuff in the morning makes you hungrier later, you probably shouldn't eat sugary stuff in the morning, right? If being active somehow reduces your hunger cues, then you should do that. If doing too much cardio makes you hungrier and you get super like you crave so much food that you are overeating a lot because you do so much cardio, then you probably should do less cardio, you know, like I think it's just whatever you need to do to like not crave certain stuff all the time, right? Because yeah, you can't resist your cravings, so like, that's just not a thing. I mean, you can, but like not forever. My body usually craves healthy. Yeah, it's interesting because I do think that sometimes depending on what's going on, I crave healthier foods. And that's exactly, like whenever that happens, whenever you crave healthier food, you should think, okay, what did I do? Like what happened that I'm craving healthier food? Because that's actually a good situation, right? If you're sitting there and you want to just eat cake all day, then you probably have to think, okay, what did I do today that makes me crave cake all day? Like, and then you should probably avoid that. Did you not sleep enough? Like, did you like sit around too much? Like, what did you eat? Sugar in the morning? I don't know. It could be a bunch of things, obviously, but. Usually when I crave healthy food, I've eaten 1 kilogram of candy. Well, then you should just eat 1 kilogram of candy every day. Easy. But I crave cake every day. Yeah. That's the problem, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, I love cake, yeah? But I am certainly craving cake less. Ever since I generally, like, I don't want to say that I'm eating, like, I think it's because I'm eating a little bit more, like, less sugary stuff. I still eat sugar. But I try to eat more protein because I went to the gym and I didn't want all of my work to be for nothing, right? Because obviously if you want to build muscle somehow, you need to eat protein because otherwise you're kind of wasting your time, right? So I started eating more protein, and by adding more protein to my diet, I automatically ate less like sugar and carbs, I guess. I mean, I'm still eating carbs and sugar, but like less than before probably. And I feel like that kind of made me also crave less sugar. Again, I still like sugar and I still want to eat cake, but just not as much as before, I think. Does a walking pad make sense if you don't sweat? So it's actually a pretty big misconception that you need to sweat for any kind of activity to be useful. Walking is incredibly healthy, even if you, I guess when you say sweating, you mean having a high heart rate, right? But you don't need to have a super high heart rate for activity to actually be useful for you. In fact, it could even be the case that walking is more effective than doing like super high intense cardio, because it affects your metabolism in a like less drastic way, which can be really good depending on the person, of course. Like everyone's a bit different, and everyone's in a different situation, but. Moving is good, yeah. On today's news, moving is good for you guys. If you want any more live advice, tune in tomorrow. I feel like bread is my biggest struggle. I love naan and rolls and pizza. I mean, the thing is, like, I think a lot of people... I mean, nutrition is like super complicated. But I think a lot of people are like way too scared to eat carbs, which then... And carbs are good, right? Like, people love carbs. I love carbs. Everyone loves carbs. They're delicious, right? So a lot of people think that carbs are like the devil. And because people like carbs so much, they think, oh, I can't do it. Like, I can't eat no carbs, and therefore I cannot eat healthy. Like, I think a lot of people really give up really quickly whenever they think about eating healthier, because their first thought process is, oh, I should eat less carbs and I should eat less fats, but I can't do that, and therefore I'm just not going to eat healthier. But the truth is, carbs are not unhealthy. They're just not. I mean, carbs are definitely not unhealthy for you. They're energy, right? Of course, there's different kinds of carbs, right? Sugar is certainly worse than, I don't know, that carbs that comes from like whole wheat something, right? Like, there's carbs that contain more fiber that, well, it doesn't have to be more fiber, but there's like carbs that just stay, that don't get like used up so quickly. Like, the energy is like longer lasting from some carbs versus others, right? And some carbs, like sugar, they give you energy super quickly, and then it's gone. So that's why when you do high endurance sports and you need energy like right that moment, then you're gonna eat those kind of carbs that give you energy really fast, right? But because the energy gets to you so quickly, you tend to become hungry again really fast afterwards once the energy is gone, right? So usually eating carbs that have longer lasting energy, it takes longer for your body to actually use. That means you also don't immediately get hungry again, right? So depending on what you do, you want to like just eat different kinds of carbs, right? Don't want it. And I think as a lot of people maybe don't even know that they might like those carbs as well. Like, a lot of people like see whole wheat something and they're like, oh, this is too healthy, just like, oh, this is bad. But a lot of whole wheat stuff is actually really good, and a lot of these like longer lasting carbs are actually really good. Like, they taste good, and again, they're carbs and they're delicious. So maybe sometimes switching to just like longer lasting carbs is not even like a bad idea. And it's, again, carbs are not unhealthy by default, so including carbs into your diet is totally fine. Eating pizza, totally fine. Eating bread, also fine. Like, you can totally eat bread, just maybe instead of eating like instead of eating like your usual, I don't know, white kind of like breads that is full of, I don't know, sugar and fast working carbs, maybe try and eat like a whole wheat bread or whatever other stuff we have. They're delicious. Sourdough breads. I mean, there's so many different kinds of breads that are delicious, that are not super like fast working carbs. And even fast working carbs are also not that bad, you know, like, you can also eat that, right? I do all the time. Yeah, rye bread as well. Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff. Naguura's Fitness Twitch. The super dense form of carbs gives him a bad rep. Yeah, I think so. But yeah, I mean, as long as you don't eat only carbs, right, then you're totally fine. But yeah, carbs are certainly not a bad thing. CBA eating white bread when whole grain is out there, absolutely good. I mean, I agree. I also really like whole grain or like rye bread or any kind of that delicious bread. I mean, bread in general is just good. Let's be honest here. Like, I rarely eat bread that is not good. I live in the Italian Alps, right? Yeah. Have you ever made cheese? My dad used to make great cheese, and I was helping him. I didn't like make cheese myself, though. Did you do fitness streams during COVID? I did. Yeah, well, fitness streams. I did like workouts on stream, yeah. Cause like during the COVID time, I obviously like the gyms were closed and stuff, and I did a bunch of like home workouts to like, I don't know, stay fit and stuff. And I was doing some of them on stream. And a lot of people said they started doing the workouts as well because they saw me do them, and I thought it was so cool. And some people even followed along as well. And I love that. Like I did a bunch of like MadFit workouts. If you know MadFit, she's Canadian. She's a fitness influencer. And then I did a bunch of like Pamela Reif workouts as well. She's amazing. A bunch of that stuff. I got some pattern. Is this worth a lot? Probably not, huh?
Fantastic.
I'm actually gonna do it like next week. I'm actually really excited for this. Hey Charlie Darwin, what's up? How are you doing? Next week I'm gonna do a like an all kinds of check. I don't know how to describe this, but there's like a doctor's office that offers like an all-around kind of check for people. So they're basically checking your blood work. They're doing your blood work to check a bunch of different stuff. They're checking your lungs. They're checking your heart. So they do like, I don't know, I forgot what the test was called. Like basically, I think I'm like on a bike, and then I have to like go faster and faster and faster and faster and faster until I'm like basically dying, until I can't anymore. And they're checking my heart rate the whole time and like my the way I'm breathing and stuff like that, which I thought was really cool. And it's just like an all-around kind of check to see if there's something like, I don't know, I'm lacking certain stuff, or if there's something wrong with my heart or my lungs or whatever. And I thought that's kind of cool. My sister did one of those medical all-rounds recently. She said it was incredibly informative. Yeah, I saw that they were doing this and that they're offering this, and I thought, my mom told me to do this actually, because so I had this thing where I would like randomly like shake. Like I would be like I would just I was shaking, right? But for no reason apparently. And my mom kept telling me that I should go to this all-round check because it could be so many reasons, right? And I had no idea what it was either. And I never did it. And then at some point I did, like the shaking stopped. I think it was mainly because I was fasting for that long. Because when you're fasting, not to say that intermittent fasting is like you can do intermittent fasting, like it's totally fine, right? But I think because I would only eat once a day, right? Which automatically means that I'm doing a lot of fasting. And my body is just like out of energy, right? And I think that's why I was shaking in the morning usually. Thank you so much for Prime Master. What's up? Thank you very much. Yeah, it depends on, everyone's different, right? Some people can do intermittent fasting just fine and their body is fine, and others can't. So what happened to me was, not only did I do intermittent fasting, not on purpose actually, I was just not hungry. But I ate very little. Because at some point when I was in university, I had like no money. So I would only eat once a day. And I was gaming all day basically. So my body kind of got used to getting very few calories. So my metabolism like really, really slowed down to adjust to the very few calories that I would intake, right? So I had like a super, super slow metabolism. And a lot of my body basically stopped doing some important things. Like, for example, my hair was always like really bad. Like, I would lose a lot of hair. It's not that I had like bald spots or whatever, but I had just like generally like very little hair. And I thought that's just like my DNA, that's just my genetics, right? And I would always like shake randomly. And I would just have these things like I'm low energy, stuff like this. And I thought it's just because I'm not active. Yeah, metabolic adaptation, yeah. I thought it's because I'm not active or like, you know, multitude of other reasons. But then as soon as I started eating more, because I thought if I would eat more, I would just like gain like an insane amount of weight, which didn't end up happening. I did something called like a reverse diet, which means just you're eating more, but slowly. Like you're not going from 1,200 calories a day to like 5,000 or whatever. I just like slowly increased the amount of that I'm eating. So I would just add breakfast. Like at the start, because I would only eat once a day, right? So what I did is like I started eating breakfast. And then I had breakfast and dinner. And at some point I started adding lunch, right? So I just increased my calories somewhat slowly. And as I did that, I noticed like so many improvements with like just me being healthier. So I stopped shaking, I stopped like having like unhealthy hair and nails and stuff like that. So that was really cool. But as I like was doing that, I realized, wait a second, this is like this is crazy. I feel so much better, right? And then I saw this like all-round check, and then I was thinking I should do this like all-round check because maybe there's something else I'm doing really wrong that I'm just not aware of. You know what I mean? Like maybe I do this all-round check, and the doctors, they're like, "What the fuck are you doing? You drink way too much caffeine or whatever." You know, like you're basically dead. So I was thinking I should do this check and like ask the doctor some questions to get some information about this because apparently I've been eating way too little for my whole life. And it was fucking horrible. And I could have eaten more this whole time without like gaining insane amount of weight, which I didn't know, you know? Do you know if we craft a weapon on Tuesday that is best in slot, does it punish us in any way? It very much might punish you if the weapon does not stay best in slot. I personally wouldn't craft anything because it is possible that Blizzard, it's possible that they nerf certain stuff, but it's also possible that they buff other things that then in return might overtake the thing that is best slot for you right now, right? So I wouldn't craft anything because why? There's absolutely no reason for you to craft something right now because there's no content that would require your character to have that weapon or that embellished item or that crafted item, right? You don't need it. So why spend your spark when Blizzard literally could buff something, like an embellishment or buff another crafted item, that would then maybe overtake the item that you've crafted, and then you would rather want that one, right? So I would not trust Blizzard to not change embellishments or crafted items in general. I would be very, very of them like changing that still. Hey Stormy, unfortunately I don't know that. It's hard to convince people that eating more will actually help you lose weight by getting your hormones and right, Presto? I 100% get it. Because I was in a situation where I didn't believe this. I actually did so much research before I actually believed in that approach. And I still did it very slowly. And I was still scared of doing it. But yeah, it is crazy too. Like I think especially women in general are just so conditioned to be thinking that you should be eating basically nothing all day. when food is actually not your enemy. Like eating more can actually be better. Like, you could actually get leaner if you eat more, which a lot of people, like, that's a crazy concept, right? And I get it. It does sound crazy. It sounds so wrong. But it can very much be true, depending on your situation. I remember when I was struggling with accepting my appearance, I stopped eating as much in high school, and I realized this was a bad thing when I didn't want to eat at all the whole day, and that scared me, so I made myself eat more consistently and properly. That is so interesting, Phantom Comment, because I was in the exact same situation when I ate a lot less for like a very long period of time. I stopped actually being hungry, because a lot of people, like, your body kind of get used to it, right? Because your metabolism adapts to like the lesser calories, and therefore you also are not craving the calories as much anymore. So when I was eating very little, I would also just not be hungry. I would not eat all day, and I wouldn't crave food either. And in hindsight, like, I should have realized that that's kind of strange, right? Like, why wouldn't I be hungry? Like, that obviously there's something wrong with that, right? But I didn't realize that. I did this for like a very long time. For 10 years, I probably ate, I don't know, 1,200 calories a day or something. Maybe slightly more, but like, I ate so little. Ace. Well, the interesting thing though is, Ace, that working out too much is also not healthy, right? That's another thing. Like, a lot of people and myself included, like, I'm not different. Hey, Corey Karen, what's up? Thank you so much for 2 sub-gifts. There's so many people that whenever they start getting into like a healthier lifestyle, they overdo it. Like, it's so easy to just overdo it, because all of a sudden you get all of this motivation, and you're like in a better spot when it comes to your endurance. And a lot of people, whenever you get fitter, you have all of this like extra energy, and you feel like, oh, I should be using this extra energy by doing even more, right? You want to like you want to keep progressing, right? Because I mean, that's what people want to do. People want to keep progressing. So you feel like you should be adding more workouts, doing more stuff, doing all of this extra things. And sometimes it can be the opposite of what you want it to do, right? It sometimes can be worse to do more, because your body also needs to like rest and like actually use whatever you're doing to it, right? So sometimes adding more is not actually better. In fact, a lot of the time it's not better. Thank you so much for Prime, Egos. What's up? Thank you very much. A lot of people overtrain? Yeah, a lot of people actually overtrain, yeah. I mean, I might overtrain. I don't know, maybe. It's possible I do. Hey, Moon Panda, after hearing you talk about using the walking pad to just walk at your own pace and such, I bought one too and it arrived today. Nice! That is so good. Already loving it. Thank you so much for the new perspective and extra motivation. That is so cool to hear, Moon Panda. I love that. Make sure you don't overdo it, because otherwise you might lose motivation again, yeah? Don't use it too much. But that is really cool to hear. Oh, I don't actually work out that many times. I just work out 3 days a week. I don't overdo weight training. I might overdo cardio stuff a bit too much though. At the moment it's kind of fine though, because I'm so busy that I don't have the time to do more. Right now I don't really have the time to do more workouts, which is a good thing, I think. Hey, Emma, what's up? Food and eating is so complicated. It really fucking is. Like, it's insane. Add in hidden food intolerances, yeah, and the impact it might have on people without people knowing it, yeah. Yeah, food is like way too complicated. It's I mean, that's why so many people are misinformed about food, because we don't actually have a proper science around it, right? Like, people people think all kinds of things about food that is wrong, but it might not be wrong for everyone either. You know, like everyone's kind of different. It's like every person has like a completely different lifestyle, and depending on what your lifestyle is, and also like how your body works, it can be so different for everyone. So on top of us not having 100% perfect information about nutrition either, because it's not it's not something that we have figured out yet as humans. I think the main problem, this was an interesting thought process. Like, I heard them talk about this like in a podcast. I heard like a scientist or a nutritionist scientist talk about why a lot of the information that is related to nutrition is not super accurate or like as studied as we maybe want it to be, is because a lot of the food related data that we have, like it needs to come from studies, right? You need to test it. You need to have human trials, right? Because you can test all you want on animals, but it's not gonna be like 100%. Like you can't just say, oh, if this is how it works on rats, then it's also gonna work on humans, right? Like, yeah, it gives you an idea, but it's not gonna be perfectly accurate, right? So you need to test this stuff on humans to actually get proper information. But the problem is testing nutrition on humans is very, very difficult, because the only perfect, like proper way to get the correct information would be by doing randomized human trials, which is super difficult to do with actual human beings, because who on earth accepts to like only eat certain foods for a long period of time? Because you have to do these things for longer periods of time to get proper results, right? And who on earth is gonna change their whole diet around for a study for like years or like a year, right? Like, no, it's super hard to do these things, to test it properly on humans, because it would have to be like a controlled study, which would mean that the humans would, like the people would have to be in like some controlled environment for like a pretty long period of time. They would have to be paid a lot of money, which some of these researchers just don't have, right? Because if it's not super controlled, then the people could just go out and eat whatever they want and just not tell you, right? Thank you so much for gifting us up to Emma Anonymous. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, and because a lot of the studies that we have and a lot of the information that we have about human diets is kind of problematic, because a lot of people don't have accurate information on their own diets, right? Because if you just have a questionnaire where prisoners, that would work. Yeah, that would actually work. Prisoners would be probably like the best subjects for these kind of trials, because that's the only like really controlled environment that wouldn't like force people to like be in some sort of like, I don't know, locked away space, right? For long times. But yeah, a lot of the information and studies that we have nowadays that is related to nutrition is based on like, you know, like for example, questionnaires where people just answer certain questions about their diets, about their nutrition. And the thing is, a lot of people don't know exactly how much they eat of certain things, right? And a lot of people forget, or they're not being honest about it, or they just simply don't know, right? If you ask a person, oh my God, how much protein do you eat per week? Like, people don't know that. And even people that track their macros, they're not going to be perfectly accurate about it either, obviously. Not to mention the fact that there's so many other variables to people's diets that it's hard for scientists, like, because let's say you want to compare somebody that eats a lot of protein to somebody that doesn't eat a lot of protein, right? There's so many problems with this already, because a lot of people that eat a lot of protein tend to also be like fitter and like more active than people that don't eat as much protein, right? So to compare those two people, if your diet already is a certain way, there's too many variables to be able to tell if whatever results are different between those two people is related to the protein or if it's related to anything else, right? So if you take people that already have a certain diet, so let's say you compare somebody with a like standard American diet to somebody that eats like a lot of protein, well, how do you know if whatever results you're getting are from exclusively from the diet or if they're from other things as well, right? Like, it's super hard to tell. So the only way to get actual proper information about diet would be having randomized human trials, which, again, controlled randomized human trials are just not really feasible. It's not something you can really do. You can't convince people to do that without paying them a shit ton of money. Yeah, it's very, very complex. It can also be hard to rate things. Like, give your fatigue this past week a number. Yeah, that's another thing, right? Yeah. Yeah, if you're rating your fatigue levels or your hunger levels or whatever, or your cravings, like stuff like that is super hard to rate when it's a feeling, right? Also, people forget so easily. Like, if you think about, oh, what did you eat 2 days ago for lunch? A lot of people don't remember this. And Naguura 2024 for president. Force prisoners to do food studies. Man, that is a good idea, though. Are they doing that? This is such a good idea. Did people, like, why are we not doing randomized human trials with prisoners? Like, is this, like, unethical or something? Seems a bit exploitative, but is it? It's for a study. Can give them a bit of money. I don't know. I mean, I feel like that is that unethical? I don't feel that's unethical. I mean, as long as you give them obviously normal foods that are not like, right? Like, I'm not saying, oh, they should only eat sugar all day. But as long as it's like a normal diet, like one maybe is like slightly heavier on protein, the other has slightly more carbs or whatever, I don't know. Could be opt-in. Yeah, it could, yeah, actually that's true. It could even be opt-in. Like, it could be, like, you don't have to force them to do it. You could just say, hey, who wants to join this trial? Be a bubblegum bitch. Yeah, that as well, Emma. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Hey, Ginger, what's up? How you doing? What else can we do with the prisoners? Things that are opt-in can still be exploitative, though. Yeah, but exploiting how? Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. Somebody explain this to me. Like, what? I actually want to know why this would not be like an ethical thing or exploitative. Explain it to me like I'm 5. I certainly am, Emma. Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely more... I have a lot more energy. I think it's really related to... I mean, it's related to me being more active, but then I think it's also because I'm eating more. Like, I'm actually eating enough food. Which is really, really cool because food is delicious. We do love food. I'm gonna be a bubblegum bitch. Yeah, Emma. Yeah, my old eating habits were pretty fucking bad.
No, take care now.
And the reason why you should be playing Delves right now is just to level up Bran. Because then later, once we have higher Delves available, having a Bran that is like better might actually be needed. We don't know exactly how hard the Delves are going to be for us on like higher tiers, but it's possible that you need the Bran to be better, right? Hey Joshy, thank you so much for 3 months. What's up? Are the Delves fun? I wouldn't say so. I personally don't think they're much fun. I don't hate it, but I mean there is no content right now that I really enjoy doing right now, so it's better than nothing. But I guess Delves are also not really made for me, and also they're not forced to do. Like I don't have to do Delves. Once M Plus comes out and once the raid comes out, I'm gonna be totally fine just doing that without having to spend any time doing Delves, which is cool. I did play Vanilla WoW, if that's what you mean. I did not play, or I did not enjoy Classic. I tried it, but I didn't like it.
Nice find.
I'm walking in a walking pad, yep.
That device keeps us safe from the poison. Hold on to it.
Yeah, I can see how people might like them. I mean, it's obviously not content that I generally am interested in. But, I mean, it's also possible that maybe on the higher tier Delves I maybe even enjoy it. Right now, the difficulty of the Delves that is available is just not difficult to me. So I kind of get bored. But it's possible that on higher tier Delves that are actually more challenging, maybe I enjoy it then. That could be true.
There's your take of the spoils.
Are you walking both IRL in the game? Yep. The issue with a study regarding health is that by the nature of the study, it is quite possible that the participants experience adverse effects. So by leaning on prisoners who may have far fewer options due to their circumstances, it's potentially exploitative. Well, but I mean, yeah, I understand that. I obviously understand that changing any person's diet or anything else related to health could cause adverse effects, but then you're just gonna stop, right? Like, obviously, I'm assuming that a study related to nutrition would immediately be stopped as soon as a person has adverse effects to whatever it is that you're changing in their diet, right? Again, and it's an opt-in kind of thing. So, like, I'm obviously not saying that people should be continuing to eat whatever it is they want to study, even if they have, like, bad reactions to it or whatever. Like, that would be crazy. Of course not. Thank you, Ace. I'm so glad that the extra energy makes me, quote unquote, look better. That is good to hear. Maybe it's also just the insane amount of coffee that I'm drinking, though. Maybe it's just that.
more like it.
You tried to cut out gluten, right? Or dairy at some point for a bit, so those might be triggers for me. But Sony, it's hard to cut out the... It is generally really hard to cut out any kind of foods. Completely. I can see how it's hard to cut out gluten, for sure. And dairy, oh my god. If I would have to cut out dairy, oof. I love dairy products, so... The changes that are coming to Moonkin are not necessarily buffs, they are an adjustment to make sure that our fillers are not stronger than our spenders. It basically doesn't really change that much.
Nice fight.
And unfortunately it's not even fixing it properly either. Because our fillers are still stronger than our spenders most of the time, I think. So whatever they were trying to achieve was not good enough, apparently. It's really funny, you have eaten 1.3k calories per day. I eat sometimes 2k per meal. 2k per meal is a lot though. That's a lot.
Fantastic. Now I'm making progress.
I wonder... Okay. I want to phrase this differently. At first I want to say, I wonder if I could eat 2k calories in one meal. And I'm sure I could. But the question is, could I eat 2k calories a day in like whole foods, I guess? Because it's super easy to eat 2k calories a day in like processed foods, right? I think a lot of people could do that. But to eat like 2k calories in like, I don't know, potatoes and meat and vegetables, you know, like kind of like foods that are not like processed in any way. Like that would be kind of hard, I think. I'm not sure if I could do that in one sitting.
You're looking a bit rough. Take a wee rest.
Yeah, I mean in a whole day for sure, of course. But one meal, like, oof. Difficult. The idea of relying on prisoners for the study comes from your comment that it is very difficult to find folks that would choose to opt into the studies. Okay, well, but the reason I said it's not hard to find people that would opt in, but it's hard to pay them enough to be able to like be in that controlled environment is what I believe, NPC Chris. Because in my opinion, if you do a controlled human study about nutrition that takes a long period of time, you would also have to like put them in kind of a controlled environment. So basically they would have to be in a certain like like they would have to be provided with housing. They couldn't work or couldn't continue their normal work, or they need to have a job that they can do from somewhere. Because obviously if you cannot do a properly controlled trial about nutrition if you let people just go on with their normal day. Because then they'll just eat whatever, right? And you don't know. They might just be lying. You pay them money and then they're going to be like, oh, I didn't eat anything today. That was not on the list, you know? But then they maybe did anyway, right? You can't actually like control it properly unless they are in some kind of like facility and some sort of housing that you're putting them into. and finding people that would be willing to like move into some house where they're constantly controlled about what they're eating all day. Like, first of all, it would cost a lot of money. I'm sure people would agree, but only for a certain amount of money. And that's the problem. I don't think that people generally would say no to a controlled nutrition-based study. At least not in general. It's just the problem how to control it properly. Because of all of these issues that I'm mentioning, right? So taking people that already are in a controlled environment, in this case prisoners, would solve the controlled problem, right? That's why I think that the prisoner thing is a good idea. I don't think that it's like an inhuman study in itself. Like, I do think that, like, I mean, I personally would accept something like this if I wouldn't have to, like, move to some other place and, like, stop my life completely, right? Thank you so much, Six for 2 sub gifts. But again, that is where it gets into potential unethical situation. It's the same as prisoners in the US that currently get paid incredibly substandard wages to do work because it is more cost effective. Yeah, but that's a different story, because I'm not suggesting that the prisoners would be paid less for the study. I'm just suggesting that, or I'm not even suggesting it, I'm just saying that taking people doesn't even have to be prisoners. The prisoners is just like the first thing that somebody suggested. I was like, okay, that makes sense. But what I'm saying is that people that already are in a controlled environment by whatever, for whatever reason, in this case prisoners, but you could also do the same thing in, I mean, I don't know. I guess the only real possibility here is prisoners, because there's no one else that is actually in a controlled environment all day. Unless people that are hospitalized, but obviously those hospitalized people wouldn't work for the study because they probably are there for a reason that is health related, right? So, I mean, that won't work. Military? Yeah, I mean, that would work. Psychiatry, yeah, I mean, that doesn't work either, right? But military, that might actually also be a good idea, yeah? I guess you could do those studies with the military or with soldiers as well, yeah? So I'm not saying that you should exploit prisoners. I'm just saying that prisoners are in a controlled environment, and there's not that many people outside of that are also in a controlled environment, because that is kind of the requirement to do these proper studies. But yeah, if there's something else, then obviously you could also do it there, like military. I mean, that's a good suggestion, actually. Thank you so much for the subgifts, Sanada. Thank you very much. Thanks for the dialogue to you as well, Chris. Thank you so much. And thanks for pointing out some of these like ethical reasons. Like, that's certainly something that I didn't think about. And I didn't know about the US offering like really low wages as well to some of their prisoners to do certain work. I didn't know that either. That's kind of messed up for sure. You could get athletes to do it. Yes, I do think you could get athletes to do it, for sure. The problem is that they're athletes. Like, that wouldn't give you a proper result, because a randomized trial means that the people that are participating in the trial need to be from all sorts of like backgrounds and all sorts of different kinds of people, right? And have all different kinds of activity in their lives. And if you take all athletes, then they're all athletes. So then it wouldn't give you randomized information. It would give you information on athletes, right? Which is the problem there. Same with astronauts, yeah. If you do the study with astronauts, then that would be the same thing. They're not random people that from all kind of ages and fitness levels. They're all astronauts, right? Same problem with military then? I wouldn't say it's the same problem with military, because there are different kinds of people in the military, right? Like, for example, well, I guess most of them are pretty fit. And the age difference would not be as good either. Because there won't be like any like super... Well, to be fair, I do think that when it comes to a study about nutrition, you probably should take an age range that doesn't go too high and too low, right? When you do a study in nutrition, you don't want to take like children, and you also don't want to take like much older people. So I guess the age range wouldn't be that big of a problem. But I think the activity level from the military is obviously higher than standard. So I guess the military is also like a little bit of a problem. But then there's also people that work in the military that are not like as active. Like, I guess depends on what you do in the military. Like some people that do, I don't know, accounting. I don't know. How many accountants does the military have? Carbonites. As a channel veteran, I have to say I really appreciate jumping back into this channel and straight into good discussions on important topics. I always love this kind of stuff on top of the WoW gameplay and content. Thank you so much, Emma. I'm so glad you're enjoying the discussion. I do sometimes, like, I definitely think that whenever I bring up discussions like these that are a little bit more, like, unrelated to gaming and, maybe a little bit niche sometimes as well, that I think I'm putting off some people. Like, some people might join in here and want to see WoW gameplay, and then I'm talking about nutrition and randomized human trials, like, they're probably like, what the fuck is this? And I'm leaving again. But that's fine. I think I liked having these discussions with chat, so people that are not interested in this current discussion, I mean, they're just going to leave, it's fine. But then there's some people who enjoy the discussion and they want to hang out, and the time for me just moves so much quicker when we have these kind of discussions. The only thing that I wish could be different is that when we talk about this kind of stuff, I'm the one talking, right? And even though you are, of course, writing in chat and giving me your opinions, I'm still in the end like the person that is the only one that is actually speaking, right? And other people might not be reading chat at all and only hear what I'm saying. So it's definitely like a little bit one-sided, right? And if I have a pretty strong opinion on something, then it's going to be hard to convince me otherwise from what people in chat are saying. Not only because I'm a little bit stubborn, but also because it's hard for me to, if I have a strong opinion on something, it's not that I cannot be convinced otherwise, but it's hard to convince me otherwise from like a person in chat. Because the truth is that a lot of people that are in Twitch chat, they're anonymous, and like, I don't know who you are. You could be anyone, right? I don't know what kind of background you have, what kind of knowledge you have about things. And the truth is that a lot of people in Twitch should make things up just because. Or that they're just wrong about something, but they don't know that they're wrong, and then they just say it anyway, right? Thanks to 2 subgifts, Gaturi. Thank you so much. So sometimes when we have these kind of discussions, I might be wrong on a topic, which, like, obviously. And then somebody in chat actually is correct, but it's hard for me to, like, how would I know that, right? And if I'm pretty convinced about it, if I would have a discussion with someone in real life, and they could like bring proper points, and I know that they're like a knowledgeable person in like a certain aspect or whatever, then it would be much easier for me to like doubt my opinion and like change my mind on it. But if some random person from Twitch chat says you're wrong, it's like this, they might be right, and I don't fucking know. And then, it's like, why would I believe them? Like, they could be anyone. They could say anything, right? So that's always something that I wish would be a little bit different, because I like having discussions, and I like changing my mind on topics too. I like learning new things, and because I mean, who doesn't like learning new things? I like knowing stuff, so. But it's difficult to learn things from Twitch chat, even if some knowledge that people are talking about is correct, but I don't know that, right? And it's, yeah, that's the difficult part about it. Sounds like you have trust issues. No. Well, actually, yeah. My therapist does say I have trust issues. That is true. But I feel like when it comes to me not trusting some people in Twitch chat, it doesn't necessarily have to do with my trust issues, but rather with it just being reasonable to not trust any like random person in Twitch chat, right? I think that's just not being naive, basically. Having a resume in your Twitch profiles like your careers, I would love that. It's like some person says something in chat and it's like I'm clicking on their profile. It's like, so what did they study? Like what kind of achievements do they have? Should I be trusting this person or no? If you trust people on Twitch, that's a different type of trust issue. Yes. I mean, you kind of need to start citing sources. Yeah. I'm going to cite my source. It's Emma et al. 2024. I promise if I feel strongly about a point, I will try to be reasonable in my typed out comments. Source, trust me, bro. Okay, let me finish this delve that I've been AFK in for the last 10 minutes while talking about randomized human trials and why I don't trust Twitch chat. And by the way, all the things that I talked about earlier, like all of the nutrition and health related stuff, if you believe everything I said, then you're doing it wrong because I didn't cite a single source about anything I said. I also didn't study any of this. And basically all of the information I have is from watching random YouTube videos and reading random Reddit threads and reading random information from podcasts and some papers, but mainly the information that I've been giving you is it's just kind of trust me bro information, so you should never trust me. Thank you so much for gifting 10 subs, Anonymous. Thank you so much. That is so nice of you. Thank you very much. At least not from Facebook. Well, I would say that my my bar is set slightly higher than Facebook, but only a little. If a person that is very adamant and very charismatic tells me something, as long as they say they have a degree in it and that they have, that's actually a very interesting.
That device keeps us more like it.
So. I do want to say that I personally don't necessarily believe anything I, like, you know, like I feel like I'm being somewhat logical or reasonable with the information that I come across. Like I don't believe just anything, right? I feel like the information I'm reading has to be either cited, from like some source has to be cited, or they have to be a person that I deem to be knowledgeable on the subject, right? But the truth is, I'm not, and I think this is true for everyone, right? Or for most people. But I'm not going to be sitting here and really researching the sources that they're citing. And I'm also not actually figuring out if whatever they're saying about their degree is actually also true, right? Because sometimes I listen to a podcast or whatever, and the person that is part of the podcast is say, hey, I'm a doctor of something, right? And I studied this and this subject, right? And then I kind of believe it because they said it. But is it true? I don't know. Like, they might have just made it up on the spot. They could have just come in and be like, hey, I studied this. And I'm like, oh yeah, I probably did. But maybe also it's a complete lie. Hey, Stablet, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. How was your stream, Stablet? Going off your logic, you legit can't believe anyone, Elmao. Even your doctor could be lying to you. Yeah, okay. Like, I do think... I mean, obviously, not believing your doctor, that would be strange. Because, I mean, I feel like there's more logical points. Yeah, I mean, the doctor, first of all, like, is working in a doctor's office and treating people. And probably has, like, you know... Like, to not trust your doctor to be a doctor, that would be, like, a little bit... Like, going a bit too far. But I do think if you're just watching a podcast or listening to a podcast or you're watching a YouTube video and this person, like maybe the video only has like 5 views or 100 views and the person says, hey, I'm a doctor of this kind of science, right? Like, then I think, I mean, it is possible they just made it up, right? Because it's just a YouTube video. There's just, anyone can say anything in a YouTube video. So I think it's a little bit more reasonable to not necessarily immediately trust that. But of course, if it's like a podcaster that has loads and loads of podcasts and they've been around the internet forever, well, at that point, I do think it's somewhat reasonable to believe them, because otherwise it probably would have come up at some point that they're just all fake, right? So I guess, you know, as long as you're being logical about it, and as long as you're thinking, okay, how likely is it that this person is not what they're saying, right? Or how likely is it that they just made it up? It just has to be like somewhat reasonable, I guess. There's honestly a huge thing with the young generation in our societies. TikTok becomes their... Yes, that's actually something that I talked to my friend about, because my friend is a teacher. And I was talking to her about this exact subject, about being, like, basically, it's like information on the internet, right? I personally think that it would be incredibly important to teach children how to, like, look at information online, and, like, how do you, like, know what you can trust and what you cannot trust, which not even adults know this all the time, right? But I think obviously the internet is getting more and more accessible, and like these fast social medias that like TikTok is getting so common around like younger generations. So if we end up with a generation that literally trusts anything they hear from random TikToks, then we have a little bit of an issue, right? Because if you just believe, oh, they said it on TikTok, so it must be correct, well, then we might have a problem, right? Possibly. But it's also hard to teach them, right? Because, like, because when you tell children, hey, guys, not every article might be correct, you have to, like, see what sources they're citing, but I was like, who is going to do that? Like, absolutely no one. But I think generally just teaching children confirmation bias, for example, just like the concept of confirmation bias, I think that's a lot of people, like that would already help if children would understand that. Because confirmation bias is something that happens a lot on the internet, right? Like algorithms are literally like made to do that. Like confirmation bias is getting really bad because the whole algorithm is on all social medias is literally trying to confirm whatever you're thinking, because then you're clicking on it more. So obviously confirmation bias is something that is pretty problematic, I think, nowadays. And if you're not aware of it, like if you don't understand the concept of confirmation bias, and if you don't understand how algorithms work on social media, and you don't understand that maybe doing some more research once in a while might give you completely different information, like then it's yeah. We're all in our own social bubbles. Yes, we really are. It's super hard to completely avoid this. If not impossible. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I do think that it would be pretty important to at least attempt to teach children this kind of stuff a little bit more. Or maybe not children, but like teenagers, right? Just like generally like talk about it in school. Is Mungan feel competitive in dungeons? We don't know, because dungeons are currently not available on any level that would give you any meaningful comparisons, unfortunately. Right now we only have heroic dungeons, and the only thing that matters in heroic dungeons is burst AoE, which is not actually something that matters on high key levels anymore later, right? So just because someone is good at burst AoE doesn't mean you're going to be good at it plus, generally speaking. Hey, Vertrax, thank you so much for Prime. What's up? You should do an A/B test at some point, splitting your viewers into age groups and seeing which age group believes the South thoroughly and which burning story the most. That would actually be so interesting. No, I mean, I do want to say that we also learned that, hey, Pomato, thank you so much to stop, gives appreciate that. Thank you very much. Like, when I went to school, I also got taught how to, like, proof information, but not on the internet. Like, I mean, yeah, also on the internet, but only, like, for scientific papers. Did he quit WoW? Yeah, I actually quit WoW, yeah. I'm done. But yeah, like, the only thing that we got taught in school was how to proof information for, like, a scientific paper. Which, of course, that is also very important, but I meant more information that you just get like that, like, just, like, randomly. Like, everyday kind of information. Because, of course, when I'm writing a scientific paper, then like, the way you approach knowledge and information is going to be completely different than if I just see something on the internet and then I tell my friends. But sometimes that is already, like, the problem. Like, that people see something on the internet, tell their friends as if it's, like, a fact, you know? Damn! What? That thunder, though. Whew. Alright, guys. I'm leaving. Not because of thunder, but because I actually need to go for dinner. I said I'm gonna be home for dinner because we invited some people at 7:30, so in 5 minutes. Thank you so much for raid, Persephone, but unfortunately I have to leave. What do we have? So we're gonna have Kung Wow chicken from Chef John. Chef John is gonna get some Kung Wow chicken. Yep, Chef John. Man, I love Chef John. Alright, guys. So, thank you so much for the very interesting conversation that we had. I had a really good time today. I'm glad I did a Saturday stream. I hope you enjoyed the Saturday stream as well. I usually don't do these, but once in a while, I do like hanging out and talking about random stuff with you guys. Well, not doing delves or like pretending that I'm doing delves. Thanks to Subgifts Anonymous. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for stopping by, Emma, and for joining in the conversation. Thank you very much. All right, guys. So remember to follow my stream if you haven't yet. If you liked the content, of course, then that'd be very much appreciated. Also check out my YouTube channel if you want. I post stuff there all the time, WoW-related stuff, but then also other stuff. In case you enjoyed the conversation today, but you're for some reason not all the time into World of Warcraft, then I also do other things once in a while. I do IRL streams where I go hiking and biking and cycling in the Alps, because I live in South Tyrol, which is in Italian Alps. So we do cycling streams once in a while, and cooking streams and other real life streams. So if you're interested in that, you can also leave a follow and check out those streams whenever I do them. And I might also try and do some variety streaming soon. I was thinking about trying Elden Ring whenever the War Within is going to slow down a little bit. But of course, before we do any of that, we're going to cast a ritual first. And we're going to start the season properly. So before any of that content is happening, we have to focus on the season start and the ritual first. Because, of course, we're still very much WoW players. So, remember to follow my Instagram as well if you want to see some content that I do in real life. Maybe content. I mean, yeah, I guess you can call it content, but yeah. And yeah, let me host Dratnos. He's streaming right now. Unless, wait, Kuros, is my South Tyrolean lady streaming? She isn't? Okay. Well, let's host Dratnos then. Fine. Guess we have to host that guy. No, Dratnos, of course, great streamer, very knowledgeable. You should ask him about randomized human trials. See what he thinks now. No, make sure you give Dratnos a follow. He's amazing. And I'll see you guys probably not tomorrow, probably on Monday. Unless I'm really depressed tomorrow, I might stream tomorrow as well. But probably not. All right, thank you so much for watching. You're the best. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and have a good one. Goodbye. Thanks for watching. Wait, did I start the raid? Wait, did I start the raid? Oh, I didn't. Shit. Well, then I'm just going to awkwardly stare into the camera, even though I already said goodbye. It's like walking the same direction as someone you've said bye to. Man, that's like the most awkward thing. Alright guys, have fun watching Dratnos. Now I'm leaving for real this time. Alright. Bye guys, thanks for watching.